What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode right here on Above Average. I'm Trev. Thanks for clicking on this video. If you're new to the channel, maybe you don't know, I'm in the middle of moving right now, so I don't have my new setup quite set up, I guess. So it's just going to be audio right now, but I wanted to get some content out there just because it's been a week, and there's a lot to talk about. But I am excited. The new place it's awesome. I'm absolutely loving it. So just stay tuned for a video later in the week. But with that out of the way, guys, the Oilers special teams, I've honestly, I don't know what to make sense of it. This is something, obviously, if you've watched the Oilers since the McDavid Drasaitl era, they have been one of the most potent, just most efficient, best power plays in NHL history. They've ranked in like the top 5 in the last 5 years, but I think they're 2 seasons shy from having the all-time record in NHL history as the best power play ever. And this season, yeah, I mean, the stats speak for themselves. I'm going to show it right now. But it's not just the power play, it's the penalty kill, it's just the special teams in general. And that's kind of what I want to touch on in this video because it doesn't make any sense. And as always, drop a comment down below because I do read every single one. But starting with the power play, man, and I really noticed it just from watching multiple teams. I've been watching a lot of teams aside from just the Oilers this year. And what every other power play has, and this is the one thing I've noticed, and if you think I'm right in this, drop a comment down below. I'm just curious because the only thing I really think is different from the Oilers power play this year than to previous years is their intensity. They are so patient with the puck right now. They have the time, they have the space, and they kind of just sit there. And that's what I was noticing last night during the Oilers 7-3 win over the Vancouver Canucks. They had 2 power plays, if I'm not mistaken. And the one power play goal, I mean, it wasn't even a power play goal. They got it. They scored 5 seconds after the power play, so Vancouver's player was still rushing to, play defense. So it was kind of still a borderline power play. They still had the extra man advantage in this play, but oh my gosh, talk about a greasy power play goal. I have never seen a more greasy, just, you can't tell me there was nothing that was set up about this power play. It was so terrible. From puck drop, they had a hard time getting into the zone, and then when they did, they just sat there. They literally just sat there. They'd make a pass. No one would move. No one would do anything. No one was offering up a stick. It was really, really, really tough to watch. And then obviously they scored on their other power play opportunity that they had, which was in the third period. But then, again, still just so slow, so stagnant. In previous years, what makes this power play so good is that killer mentality that they have, and then just thinking on a dime. I don't know, it's I'm trying to make sense of it, but they seem so slow. And watching Tampa's power play, watching the Colorado Avalanche power play, even Toronto, these guys just whip the puck around. It is so quick. And this has never really been an issue for this Oilers team. Actually, that's been, when the Oilers have sucked, that's been the thing that they've relied on most is the power play. And people were calling them power play merchants for 2-3 years. And that is just not the case this year. So it's been pretty tough to watch. And I don't know, would you guys be keen on seeing a little bit of, I know Chris Knobloch, he had threatened, he messed with the power play lines in practice, and then the next game it was still the original suspects that had to hop over the boards once the power play or once the penalty was had. So I don't know, guys, where do you come out on top of this? It's frustrating to watch because you've got Connor McDavid, you've got Leon Draisaitl, you've got more than enough talent in the world to have on a power play, as we've seen in previous years, and they can just not get it done whatsoever. Right now they rank 25th in the power play. That's their rank at 15.8%. They were clicking at a double. They were doubling this rate last year in the playoffs, and even last year before in the regular season, and then obviously in the year before as well. They at 15%, almost 15.8, almost 16%. That is unheard of when you've got the likes of Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. And another thing that I've noticed with this power play is they've just been so passive. And a lot of it, I hate to put the blame on one player, because obviously he's the best player in the world, and it's never fair to just blame one guy, but he is so passive. There's so many opportunities. He's in any other year, after especially his 60 goal campaign season, he was ripping the puck when he was in the slot. And I don't know if it's just he likes getting other guys involved on the team, but he's gotta start shooting that puck, man. I'm sorry, but it's tough to watch when you're in the slot, when you're the best player in the world, and you've got a good shot. You know you're the most trusted player. You're the captain. Take the freaking shot. I hate. There's nothing more I hate than when you're at a game and you've got a bunch of drunk people saying shoot, like you don't know. You really don't know, because they're the best players in the world. They're looking for high efficient scoring chances. I get that sometimes just shooting the puck, creating chaos, you know, you can get some puck luck there, but when you're open in the slot, there's nothing else to do than shoot, you know? So that's where I come out on that. I'd really like to see them just up the intensity, up the play, and just don't be so stagnant. The Oilers power play is at its best when Connor McDavid and the whole team is kind of doing their loop-de-loos, or whatever you want to call it, around the net. They're moving. Everyone's moving. The only one that's kind of not moving is the net front presence, and Zach Hyman and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who's usually, you know, where he's on the left side there. That's one thing I'd really like to see. They have to adjust it. I don't know how they adjust it. I know they got assistant coach Glenn Gulletson, who the guys just praise and they speak so highly of this guy, and that's fair. He's done a lot of work, and it shows that they do have the best power play in NHL history. But the thing is, nothing's changed. They still have the same 5 guys. So I don't buy into the fact that teams are starting to figure out this power play. No, I don't buy into that, and neither should you. That is rubbish, and it's just silly, as a matter of fact. This team is more than capable of being a 30%, 25 to 30%, you know, efficient power play, and they're not clicking at all. They're not clicking. I haven't even mentioned Evan Bouchard, who has just been whatever on the season. He started slow last year, but he's, again, started very slow, and that seeing eye shot that he hasn't really been seeing much. Has it, Evan? Huh? And then from power play to penalty kill. Oh my gosh, this has been tough to watch. They are right now, there's 32 teams in the NHL right now, and the Oilers are the 32nd worst. They're the worst. They're 30. Oh my god, I can't even get over that. 59% is what their penalty kill is right now, so that is not good. You know, their special teams was something that they've thrived on in recent years, in particular last year's playoffs. Their power play is always, well, it always had been good, except for this year. But their penalty kill, I crap you not, like, that was insane. That was so fun to watch as a hockey fan. They killed like over 30 straight penalties. Like, that is so impressive to do in the playoffs, albeit like when the stakes are at the highest. Like, you're killing off 30 freaking straight penalty kills or penalties, and you can't like, what have they even killed? I don't even know if they've gone like without 2 penalties without killing a penalty. Like, it's ridiculous. It's so bad. And I know, unlike the power play, they did lose Ryan McLeod, they did lose Warren Fogle, they did lose Dylan Holloway, Vinny Desharnais, they lost Cody Ceci. They lost a lot of guys that played that penalty kill that was just so good in the playoffs. So could that be why? I mean, that's the only thing I can really think of. I don't imagine that they switched up the system. They kept the same coaching staff throughout the summer, so I don't think that's has anything to do with it. It might be the players, it might be the personnel on the ice, and if that's the case, oh gosh, like this is going to be tough to watch. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to switch something up. The players, they're just going to find some chemistry, but it doesn't make sense. And obviously the season is still very young. They're not even a quarter of the way in. But I mean, to be ranked 32nd in the whole NHL for your penalty kill, and not just like by a little bit, by like 6%, that's quite a bit. 59% is what they currently rank. And do I think that they're going to stay at this? No, there's no way. And if they do, well, I just saw this list the other day. I'll see if I can find it, but it was like the top 5 worst penalty kills in NHL history, and right now the Oilers are currently on that list. So no, they're gonna be up hopefully to around 70%. I think that's what they'll be able to salvage, but obviously the more penalties they're taking, the harder it is to climb. So they've got to start freaking stringing some penalty kills together, man, because it's tough to watch. I'm not so much of an observer on the penalty kill side of things. You know, when the power play is clicking, I know what they're doing right and I know what they need to do. But for the PK, I don't know if it's just because it's defense, but I don't really like. There's a few things I've noticed that are a little different. They used to have like 1-1-2 in the defensive end, and I haven't seen them really doing that as much this year. I don't know if it's because they lost that speed up front. But drop a comment down below, guys, because I'm seriously curious, and I read every single comment in the comment section down below. thanks for all the continued support, guys. Here's hoping the next video you can see me, and thanks for just being with me. This it's been a crazy busy year, and I've got lots of cool plans, and I know I keep saying that, but I finally got my own freaking place, and I cannot freaking wait. It'll be awesome, so stay tuned for that, guys. Huge things coming right here on Above Average, and thanks for being part of this journey with me. I really appreciate it. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Take her easy, guys, and don't be average as always when you can be above average.